I'm back at the fork in the woods. The hike-in is off in that direction, and the approach trail is back there behind me on the Blue Blaze Trail. So I'm going to start heading down the hike-in trail now. There's another hiker coming. I've passed a couple today, and this is going to be different for me. I haven't done it before. It's about 0.7 miles longer than the approach trail getting back down to the park, and I hear there are more views and less hills, so we'll find out. So far I'm on a nice flat trail, and it's about a mile from the trailhead there where we split off from the approach trail to the hike-in. I'm looking forward to seeing that. I've heard so much about it in all the years I've lived in Georgia. Never had a chance to come and stay, but I just talked to some GATC workers who were doing trail maintenance down the trail a bit, and they said that one of them said they think that they actually serve lunch here, which would be nice. It's a little early for me for lunch, but I also met someone who volunteers at the hike-in a few days ago, and he told me that they put out snacks and drinks and stuff for hikers, so it'll be a nice place for a little break. And like I said, hopefully maybe I'll get a tour that I can share with you, and if not, I'll tell you all about it. The approach trail is a Blue Blaze trail, as all the side trails on the ATR, and the hike-in trail here has got these yellow-green blazes. There is a little cairn here at the trail. Not really a side trail there, but if you stop and look over, there is a bit of a view of Rattlesnake Mountain, and I suspect that's going to be obscured pretty soon as the leaves start to come in. Alright, I am having a little trouble with my phone screen. I have not gotten it fixed since I smashed it on a mountain up in New York, New Jersey, wherever I was. New Jersey, I think. And it's starting to give out on me, so I'm going to have to get that replaced pretty soon, but hopefully it will last long enough that I can get some video for you of this hike-in trail, and then I'll bite the bullet and get it repaired. This little stretch is real pretty here with the trees. Some of the rhododendrons are just starting to get ready to bud out, so they're going to be very pretty when they bloom later in the summertime. And I just love their gnarled branches, and these are giant rhododendron trees, so when they're blooming this is going to be absolutely stunning. There's another bit of a nice view peeking through there down into the valley. Well, there's the hike-in coming into view ahead, and this mile of trail has been very gentle. No complaints at all. Alright, I'm going to go inside and check it out. Alright, when you first get here, there's the bunkhouse, which I just came through, and reception there, and then the bathhouse right here. Nice view from the back deck here. Got some cornhole down there if you need some recreation. And this place is all off-grid. And I understand I can get snacks and drinks and stuff back here in the dining hall, I guess. Is the menu. We have sodas here, or drinks, tea, coffee. We have a goal here of 0 waste, hence the clean plate plan. Some bread under there, yummy. Just checking out the trail map here, and I realized that I was off by a mile. The whole hike-in trail is 6 miles, and I'm at the hike-in now, which is mile 5. So I got 5 to go down to the top of the falls lot, but you can see the elevation there, even though it's sideways. It's not too bad. Alright, got a nice little snack. Could not avail myself of the facility since they're closed for cleaning, but had some wonderful blueberry cobbler and some iced tea and lemonade. That should give me a little bit of energy to get down the rest of the trail, which doesn't look too hard as I showed you on the map. But yeah, good stuff, so I'm ready to get on home. Heading back down towards the state park. Looking forward to some smooth trails with gentle ups and downs. I think that this trail kind of hugs the side of the mountains rather than going up and down them like the approach trail does. Been doing a little trail maintenance here down by this creek. I could hear the water way before I could see it. It's such a lovely sound. And it looks like at times this must get pretty boggy because they put some bog boards down. I just saw a pileated woodpecker fly by a little ways back, and it was gorgeous. It was huge. And unfortunately, he didn't stop in a tree long enough for me to get a picture of him, but he was really beautiful. Looks like I may be walking along next to this creek for a little bit. That's nice. I've been thinking as I hike, and I have a question that I'd love to ask all of you viewers. So do me a favor, watch through to the end of this video, hear the question that's on my mind, and drop your thoughts, your response down in the comments for me. I'd really appreciate it. And back into the rhododendron grove. I have 4.3 miles to go, and we've got a little bit of stairs. Another gorgeous day. The birds are singing. I love hearing that. I've gone uphill again a bit, and I am back in the rhododendrons. And I'm hearing off in the distance a woodpecker. Of course, he's not going to do a command performance, so you can't hear him, but maybe you'll catch him in the background as I hike here for a minute. So far, this trail is shaping up to be definitely easier than the approach trail. It's wider, more well-worn, and there are a few rocks and roots, as you can see, but nothing too bad. And as I mentioned earlier, because it is skirting the side of the mountain, the ups and downs are pretty gentle so far. Just came down a bit of a hill, not a bad one, and passed a couple of younger hikers who said, "Where is it? How far do we have to go?" About a mile or so. But look behind me, isn't that a pretty view? And check this out, there's a little stone bench there where you can sit and enjoy the view. I'm not going to take much of a break, but look, the view gets even better from this vantage point. Somewhere down that hill is the creek. And as I'm hiking along, I hear some noise rustling down in the bushes. And it reminded me of a game I used to play with myself when I was hiking last year. Squirrel, bear, or hiker. And I would try to identify the creature by the sound it made. Usually it was a squirrel, sometimes, very often actually a hiker, and occasionally a bear. And actually I was talking to a hiker I met who said that he saw a bear, and yesterday was his first day of his thru hike, and he saw a bear, a baby cub, he said, just coming up the stairs at Amicalola. So you never know where you might see a bear. And just for clarity, the bear wasn't coming up the stairs, he was climbing up the stairs, and he looked off into the woods and saw the little bear cub, which of course means that Mama's probably not too far around, too far away. But anyway, I told him he was definitely very fortunate to see a bear so early in his hike, because a lot of hikers get several hundred miles in before they see their first bear, so lucky for him. Here is the creek I was hearing. It's flowing pretty well, so if you need some water, this would be a good place to stop. There's absolutely more water on this trail than on the approach trail. And this is an almost bridge. Just a little handrail to make sure you don't slip and fall in, I guess. And I'm going mostly down today with a few little ups, but if you're thinking of doing this the other direction, that means that you'll be doing mostly up with a few little downs. So keep that in mind. And here is mile 3.3. I just passed a couple, asked the woman how the hike was going, and she said, "Oh man, I'm ready to get to the top." So yeah, if you're not in good shape, it can still be a workout, even though I say it's easier than the approach trail. I guess I jinxed myself when I said I was going mostly down, because I've been going up for about 10 minutes and there's more up ahead. Every up leads to a down, every down leads to an up. That's pretty neat. That tree has grown up all around that rock. That's cool. And I am on the downhill again. And when I reached the top of that last hill, there was a gentleman there taking a break, and I stopped to say hi, and he told me that he's on the board of the Hike Inn. And he mentioned that there are lots of volunteer opportunities, so that might be another way I could give back to the trail. Or if you're local and you're interested in doing that, he said they're listed on the website, which I'll pop in here for you. And here's even more water. A couple steps down, but no bridge, so you gotta navigate this one yourself. It's not hard though, it's not deep at all. And as warm as it is today, if you splash through it, you probably feel really good. Well, I'm less than 2 miles from the end of the trail, and dang if I didn't just twist my ankle. I was looking where I was going, and stepped on a root wrong, and it just twisted off to the side, and I could really feel it pull, so I think it's going to be sore for a few days. I let out quite a little yelp at the time, and then I stood there kind of checking it out, and I heard a noise off in the woods, and I thought, oh, what is that? And there was a man over there having some lunch, so he was really sweet and checked to make sure that I was okay, that I could make it back to the car, which I'm pretty sure I can, but I definitely think there's some ice in my future, probably an ace bandage, we'll see. But dang it, I hate when that happens. Just passed another distance marker, and I've got 1.2 to go, so my ankle's hurting pretty good, but thankfully I don't have too far. Other than that, this has been a really beautiful hike, and I do like this trail. It's great for an in and out if you want to just hike up to the Hike Inn and do an overnight, or if you want to take this as an alternative to the approach trail. Either one, it's a really nice hike, not super strenuous. Definitely got some ups and downs, you know, and you need to be in reasonable shape, but even if you're not in great shape, you could do it just more slowly. Now here's a really nice view, and there's a couple of different benches you can sit on. So I think what I am going to do is stop for a minute, have my lunch because I haven't eaten yet, taking a leave so my ankle doesn't swell too much, and then get on down the rest of the way to the end of the trail. I'm sitting here enjoying my lunch at the 0.9 mile mark, and as I look out there I can see there is a pretty good sized fire going. I hope that it's a controlled burn and not an accidental wildfire or some other kind of fire, because it doesn't look too good. Alright, I am back where I started, and I just passed a hiker from Ireland, so that makes hikers from New Zealand, Montreal, and Ireland that I've met just in the past couple of days, so that's pretty cool. People come from all over the place to hike the AT, and yeah, it's been a good couple days overall. It felt amazing to get out and stretch my legs. Really enjoyed the Hike Inn trail, a little bit different than the approach trail, and now I'm ready to go home and ice my foot. All right, so here's the question that I told you about earlier. I am wondering what your thoughts are as a YouTube viewer about AT hikers, or any hikers for that matter, who use Patreon to get funding and support for their hikes. A lot of popular bloggers do that, and they offer different levels of sponsorship basically, and the more you donate, either on a one-time or a monthly fee, the more kind of benefits you get, whether that's a personal pack shakedown or a meet and greet or a private Facebook group. Could be anything that the hiker wants to put out there, but I'm curious what you think about that, and so please drop me a note down in the comments and let me know your thoughts, and I'll share mine just so you know where I stand at the moment anyway. I have kind of resisted that, especially through my hiking last year, because I felt like if I had the means, I should certainly pay my own way. I mean, I don't think that thru hiking is exactly a vacation. It is challenging, but it's also very rewarding, and it's a wonderful lifetime experience. So I just felt like that if I'm getting that much out of it, I should probably be footing the bill myself. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of hikers out there who don't have the means to spend a lot of money on a 6-month thru hike, and Patreon may be the only way that they can afford to do that. So like I said, I would just love to hear what you think about that, No, not asking you to pass judgment either way, but just tell me what your gut feeling is when you hear that a hiker is using Patreon to get money to help support their hiking. Thanks a lot. If you are not subscribed already, please take a second and subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you'll get notified when I post new videos, which is pretty much every Friday.